Boom! He's back. Motivation morning. Jenik. Motivation Academie. Rising and shining. Always ready to attack. Stronger than ever. It's the greatest time to be alive. Greatest time to be alive. We must speak our mind. We must take our social responsibilities. This is one thing, this is one thing people are now becoming indifferent to everything. Indifferent to everything, indifferent to social responsibilities, to I don't know, I think we have just too much in life, maybe to take care of, to the work that it's so unnatural. And this morning Gavin was getting ready to go to school, and Kim was getting him ready, and she was rushing him a bit because he was late. And the reaction was very, very the reaction from Gavin was like he was rejecting what we were telling him, because to him it's very, very unnatural to be rushed like that, to so everything. So this is what I notice in his behavior. I analyze the behavior of that inspire me a lot. To talk, to develop on certain subject. Hold on, I'm trying to find the chat this morning. We're going to talk about freedom, fear, and motivation. Freedom, fear, and motivation. Yeah, here I have it. I found the thread. Yeah. So freedom. Many people will think that freedom is not something that they can reach, or that is unattainable. But freedom, I think freedom, first of all, freedom must be free your mind. Free your mind, that's probably the only, and that's the ultimate freedom. That's the ultimate freedom to me. The ultimate freedom. The ultimate freedom is probably to take my body and go wherever I want, whenever I want. This is the ultimate freedom. But freedom of the mind, free your mind. And this is something that Bob been telling me all my life, listening to his music. Free your mind, but never really grasped the whole extent of what effect this could have in my life to free my mind. I was never stopped thinking that, I'm under mental slavery. It's very, very heavy, the conditioning we're under. And this is what, this is what I realized, that I was myself being programmed and all kinds of madness. So, that's it. Freedom of the mind, freedom of the mind. Free your mind. Very, very crucial. Free your mind, and only you can do it. People can show you whatever, people can show you stuff, but it's up to you to do the work. And this is what I realized. Maybe I was waiting for something to free my mind along the way, but it would never happen. If you don't do the work, it will never happen. I want freedom for the full expression of my personality. This is what it is. Because once you start freeing your mind, you will align a lot more to your true self. That's the way I see it. Yeah. Jenik Saint Nick's beard will be turning white in a few hours. Yeah, it's Christ Mass. I'm going to have a 2-month show. I just announced it. I just set it up. We're going to have a 2-month show, me and David, on the Christ Mass Day. I call it, last night I was sitting down and I was like, I got to find a title, something that, and this is the inspiration. I just stop and think and reflect, and then I said it has to do with Christmas, but I'm not a Christmas fanatic. I don't, but my wife celebrates it. I mean, we tell the truth to the children. We don't lie to them about what is Christmas. But I think it's still a good time to. But even though I think it's a bit fake, the family reunion all the time, this is something I find fake because. Yeah, now I'm gone on another subject. Yeah, it's a bit fake, the family reunion, because you know we don't really support each other in families. It's more I think it's more an habit than anything to go visit. I don't know, me, I'm not, I don't know, I like me, I'm with my direct family, which is my wife, my children, and but anyway, the whole family has pretty much put me aside because I speak my mind, so they don't really bother. They haven't put me aside, but they don't bother. They don't bother because they know I could. You know, I say it all the time. I'm not a very. Yeah, I'm a very nice guy, but if you come near me and if you talk to me, I'll break your reality, man, for sure. For sure, I'll break your reality, and people don't want to hear that. You know, they want to stay in comfort, and so many of times they don't even want to hear what you have to say. So, yeah. But me, I want freedom for the full expression of my personality. Essential for me to express myself to the to the highest, to the highest of my capability of my, and that's what I come to do here, and that's what I encourage you to do at the same time. It's a two-way thing. But yeah, we must become more responsible human being, or men and women. Men and women, I prefer that. A vibrant, genuine, and purposeful life is the right of all humankind. And for some reason, but most of us fail to grasp it. Most of us fail to grasp it. We are lions and lioness living as mice. This is what's happening. We all have that lion heart that I have, that a lot of people have. Everybody has that lion heart. But for some reason, we live as mice. We live as mice, small lives, and never really distracted lives. Distracted lives. This is what I had all my life. I had the distracted life. And this is what I realized. I had to get out the distraction at one point. If you want to realize what life is, if you're stuck in distraction and nonsense and in Babylon and stuff like that, no, that's no good. You need to have something very. First of all, you should not be living small and have distracted life. We should all rise and shine and live our dreams. This is what we're here for. You know, you have life. What greatest motivation you want to have? You have life. So just that should so motivate us to rise to the top and to. But for some reason, we live small. We live small and distracted lives. Okay. We are all meant to be wide and independent and free. Our hearts filled with a ferocious passion for life. Hold on, yeah, don't want to cough in your ear. No? Yeah, so we are all a ferocious passion for life. We should all approach life with such vibrancy, with such passion, with I don't know, me, that's how I approach life now, for sure. You know, I realized also that I was 40 years old at the time of my accident, and I had to do something. What I'm going to do, wait till I'm 70, 80 to do something, to start realizing my dreams, and to start at least, you know, it's not necessarily to have, who knows if you're going to live the dream, but yeah, you're living it. But I mean, it's more to, because the dream is what you envision. You know, I told you what was my goal, my dream. But even if I don't reach that, just the freedom of the mind that I have acquired along that journey has changed me totally. Changed me totally to such a more conscious being. I'm much more conscious of what's happening. I pay a lot more attention. And that I'm not distracted by small things. You know, you cannot do big things if you're distracted by small things. So discard that for sure. Yeah. And the passion for life. We should all have that ferocious passion for life. The ferocious passion for life. But most of us, yeah, I don't know, for some reason, maybe the society, I think it's the society, also we have become the society has put us into such comfort. This is what's happening. We don't need to stretch anymore. We don't even need to hunt to get our food. You know, we used to hunt or go in the forest to collect our food, or in the grow our own food, or, you know, now it's such comfort around us. Everything is made so that we do the less to have the maximum. It's like that in everything. Everywhere you go, there will always be something to facilitate, to put you in comfort, so you don't have to stretch too much. So the society is really keeping us into a state of unrealization of who we are. And this unrealization, I think this is what makes us indifferent to the world, indifferent to what's going on. That's why most people don't know what's going on in the world, because I think the society, pressure of society, making us distant from our responsibility. This is the thing here. But I think it's easy to get it back, to get back your life, to get back your power, because that's what we have gave away. That's what I gave away all my life, is the first of all my power to think. You know, the power to think, the power to use the power of your thoughts. Exactly, is the power to think. And your thoughts shape your reality so much. I would tell you stuff. I told stuff to Ivar in private that what's synchronicity happened in my journey. And if I would tell you stuff, like I'm gonna tell you some, but it's personal stuff. It's about my knee and stuff. I don't really want to. But anyway, all kinds of stuff happen. You know, I don't want to. I'm not here to complain. This is my point. I'm not here to complain. I'm here to be uplifted, but embrace your pain. My message is, you have pain body, embrace it. Never say your pain is killing you or this and that, like I used to do, because no, that's very negative. So the positive state of mind, the freedom of the mind, starts also by how you communicate with yourself. You know, this is a big major step, is how you communicate with yourself. Very important. Oh, wisdom is there. Love. More love. Show love. The world needs love. That's what the world needs. But I don't think the world needs love, because there is so much love. We are, each and every one of us is love. So we have, they say 7 billion, I don't believe that. But we have an enormous amount of capacity of love among us. So I don't think it's because we have to bring back the love. I think we have to show it. We have to show the love. You know, we are love. You are, I am, everybody. So, yeah, the day is meant to be ours, and our purpose within it is to live as who we truly are and enjoy the full terrain of life's freedom as we chase our own meaning and purpose, our own legacy. This is the thing. This is how you're gonna attain freedom. And people, you know, there's people that are, okay, first of all, the people that are very negative in the mind will say that you cannot be free. You cannot be free. They will say that you cannot be free. But I think freedom is possible. Because the first freedom you must attain is the freedom of the mind. Free your mind. So, and after that, once you start freeing your mind, you start chasing your meaning, your purpose, the stuff you're meant to do here. And then once you attain that kind of freedom, you become dangerously free. And this is what, this is what they don't want. They want you to live small, restricted, distracted, and all kinds of things, lives, and that's it. So they want to keep you away from your true purpose, what you came to do here, what you're meant to be, what you're capable of doing. All this will be kept away from you if you don't reach that kind of freedom of the mind first. Is the fact, because the freedom, if you cannot think you're gonna have freedom, no, freedom is the freedom of the mind. This is what I think first. Freedom to think for yourself, If we can unchain ourselves from social restrictions, we can have that day, and we can leap and stretch. We can leap and stretch. Yeah, man. Leaping and stretching is very, very good. This is why I come here every morning. It's to leap and stretch. Limits. Yeah. To leap and stretch. Expressing our power to its limits. We can hunt our dreams with a fierceness unimagined by those creatures trapped in the wasteland of stress and sorrow. This is the thing, is everybody is trapped in the wasteland of stress and sorrow. And I was in that land of stress and sorrows not long ago. Now that I am, the Babylonian people say I'm not, but it's true. Listen, I had a very, very physical job before. I was a plastic machine operator, and it was very, very physical. So for sure, there's something that I cannot do anymore, and that allows me to have time to, I cannot do the job I was doing anymore. So I'm pretty much left on my own to find a job. To develop something. But this is what this whole opportunity is brought me to, is to stretch. I could have stayed. I can stay really relax here and enjoy the freedom of the time, the everything. But I have social responsibilities, and this is what I think happened to me. This old break that happened in my life to realize who I was, it was to take my social responsibilities. I'm convinced about that, for sure. Faith is very important. But faith, you must not believe in yourself. You're here. You're alive. Yeah. So don't be trapped in the wasteland of stress and sorrows. There's so much people living in sorrows. But first of all, the sorrows come, a lot of our misery come from the lack of money. What is the root? I don't like to talk about money, but what is the root of all evil? Is it money or the lack of money? Because if we have enough to start pursuing what we want, or there's sacrifice at one point to be made. I don't like that word too, sacrifice, but yeah, there's things we can do to really get more out of life. And there's abundance out there, and there's abundance too with money to who wants to grab it. If you stay on your couch, you won't make a red cent on your couch. You have to move your ass. This is my goal. I want to go to Ireland. I want to travel the world. I want to go to all kinds of places. But for that, they won't let me pass at the gate with no money. So for sure, it's not my main motivating factor, because I have a revenue coming in. So this is not my main motivating factor, which is great, but it's still determining. Poverty is a great motivating factor in my life. Is I don't want my kids to suffer. And first of all, it's so stressful when you lack money, when you don't have enough to eat, to you know, to even, I remember I was, you know, there was time in my life I was really under stress just to find weed. No, just to find weed. I was such under stress because it's crazy. You know, it's like I need that stuff. I need that stuff to not to cope with society, but I really like marijuana, and I get it. Also, I'm gonna show you something. Like I'm not a pothead. I don't know what's a pothead. But yeah, I can. But I found something now, and it's something I want to share with you guys. It's just very, very. That's the thing I want to take, and it's very, very good for inflammation and anti. It's an anti-anxiety. If you have anxiety, if you're anxious, and you have yeah, you live in the future or the past or whatever. This stuff here is really, really good for you. This is made from it's a strain called Academie. It's from Med Relief. Little pills inside. These are CBD. Okay, it's the molecule inside is CBD. There's THC and CBD. But these ones here, there's no THC. It's only CBD. And the effect of that, if you would try, I'm telling you, it's so wonderful because you don't have the psychoactive ingredient, the stuff that could make you paranoid and stuff. People that smoke weed, some paranoid sometimes, but this doesn't have it in there. And you can have it to, I just want to show you this. It's very, very important. Great information I want to share. I find it's a very good information to share. And you can have it too in the form of the herb. You can have it with the dry herb. And it's the same. There's no, they serve you that in a little container. It comes either crumble or in buds. But this is it. But this is the Academie, and it's, I'm telling you, I haven't really tried medication, pharmaceutical medication, but this stuff for the inflammation of my knee, because my knee is blowing up all the time. It's permanently blown up. So it doesn't go down. The inflammation still hasn't gone down 3 years after. My knee is like twice the size of the other one, almost. So I have lots of inflammation, lots of pain and shit like that. So I needed something, but I didn't want to go to pharmaceutical stuff because I'm not a fan of this. Come on, I'm conscious, so why would I pack myself with pills and stuff like that? So I decided to go to an alternative and look at medical marijuana. And I found that strain, which is, this is what people that have seizure take to stop the seizure. This is the stuff. So I started taking this. Look, I just had my breakfast. I took one of those plus, I just want to show you things. Sharing my stuff with you guys. And I took also, I have the indica and the sativa in pills also, which is the extract, oil extract. It's only sunflower oil and stuff in there. So I have my little cocktail of natural medicine. You know, I medicate, but naturally. I needed something. I found it. I think the Academie is really, really winner. I wanted to share it with you guys. Medicate naturally. So to go back on our talk, we don't have much time left. But time, I'm not stressed by time, but I don't want to make it that it's a 2-hour thing. Choosing our own aims and seeking to bring them to fruition creates a sense of vitality and motivation in life. The only things that derail our efforts and fear and oppression. Yeah, that's it. Choosing our own aims and seeking to bring them to fruition. This is what's going to make you feel alive. Alive is chasing your aim, chasing your goal, whatever it is, me, I have my goal, I come and share it, but your goal is not different than mine. It's a goal. It's a goal. So, you know, no matter what you're doing in life, we don't live that much of a distant life from each other. Our lives is pretty much all the same, except our solutions are different to certain problems. And that's what some people have a better state of mind, more happy than others, is because it's a solution to your problems. But we all have ups and downs. Life is a roller coaster for sure. If you don't have ups and downs, it means you're dead. You have ups and downs for sure. But it's to find strength in those down moments. You found the strength and the courage to go, and the eyes, you stay very humble, because you know that eye will not probably last forever. So stay very humble all the time, for sure. I will always remain humble. It's essential. Living freely by creating a life on our own terms, that's personal freedom. You know, that's personal freedom, when you can create your own thing, your own legacy, when you're financially independent from Babylon. And freedom of the mind, freedom of the money situation and everything. This is, I think, pretty much the ultimate freedom you can reach here. You're going to become dangerously free, being free in the moment from oppressions of past hurt and present anxieties. That's personal freedom too. You have to free yourself from anxieties. If you live with anxiety and all kinds of bad stuff, bad vibe inside you, first of all, you're disconnected from the present moment. You're disconnected from the present moment because you're not there. So, you know, yeah. So free yourself from the oppressions. The oppressions can come from many different angles. Not only the government, but the oppression of others too. Others, you know what? I told Gavin the other day, because Gavin was like, people are bullying him at school and stuff. Not super badly, but they're kids. They call each other names. And I said, you know what, Gavin? I said, in life, everybody's gonna hurt you. Everybody's gonna hurt you. But you just gotta find the one that's worth suffering for. Find the one suffering for, and my friend, you're just gonna, like, I know, like, sometimes there's times that my wife hurt me for sure, and I hurt her for sure. Like, and with stuff that we said for sure. I don't regret what's done is done, but I mean, it's time to recognize also what you do wrong and not to go back in that same pattern if you want to grow in your relationship, whether it's with your spouse or with a friend or whatever, any relationship you have. We must make the choice to make it grow and free it from oppression and, you know, past hurts. We all have done things in the past that we're not proud of, or we're not. Come on, what, we're gonna live in the past? No, at all. Being light-hearted and spontaneous as free spirits, that's personal freedom too. You must be spontaneous. You must be bold in your endeavor. Be bold and courageous. Even if you don't, even if you're not, no one can tell the difference. So guys, that was a pleasure again this morning, sharing this half hour with you. It's just a little motivation morning. I'll be back maybe during the day. Again, maybe this afternoon again, I'll develop on more stuff. Or maybe I'll go outside on the side of the river to make videos, one or the other. But it's all great. Greatness is upon us. Greatness is within us. Greatness is within us. We have to manifest it. Manifest our greatness. Rise and shine. Standing strong, and never give up. Never give up. Live your dreams. He's out. Thanks, Ivar. Thanks, Wisdom. Big up, guys. Greatness. Abby was probably watching at 1.2. Big up, everybody that come live. It's a pleasure. It's a real pleasure to have people live. It's better to have than to talk to myself, but I would do it anyway because that's what I do outside talking to myself usually. So I would just come here and That's it. At least now I talk to myself and I see myself. When I go outside, I don't see myself. I just have the GoPro lens. Now at least I see myself on the screen, so I can have really great conversations. Yeah. So guys, greatness, gratefulness. So bro, bless all, bless all. I love you all. I love you all. We're such a wonderful people. Rise and shine, rise in love, rise in love. Always, always rise in love. Ease out.